Good morning and welcome to Mother's Day morning with Sandy. Mm, The weather's really hot and my hair is so long now that I'm trying new things and new ways to pull it back. What do you think? What do you think? Huh? 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 It works for me. And it's good for playing tennis too. Keeps it all out of my face. Yeah, I like that. So, once again, it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day to my Fritzy. So we could start with the Fritzy report. Yesterday was not a good day for Fritzy. Fritzy got up out of her wheelchair again yesterday and fell down. And I guess she got upset. So they had to kind of sedate her a little bit as soon as they called me, because by law they have to call me if she falls. I zoomed right over there. And she was asleep in her wheelchair at the dining room table. They were just about to serve dinner. And I said, if you just gave her a sedative, doesn't she need to go lay down? No, she doesn't. She's fine. So I said, well, if she's awake enough to eat, then I'm not even going to say hello to her. I'll see her tomorrow. I want her to eat. And if I'm here, she won't stay in there and they won't let me in there because there are other people there. And because of COVID, they still make sure that I only get to see her in her room and just two people at a time. And, there are a lot of rules. So I didn't get to actually be with her, but I did get to see her and she looked absolutely fine. And they told me she was fine. So I'm going to go with that. My Mother's Day flowers are behind me here. They're almost done, I'm afraid. Can you see them? They were so unbelievably beautiful. Yeah. Baby pink roses, baby white roses. They're beautiful from my son who's engaged. That means that as a mother, I'm gaining a daughter. Yeah, I am, Katie, and she's just beautiful inside and out. She's terrific. I'm very excited. So let's talk about that for a minute, can we? Most little girls want to be, I like most little girls. I wanted to be an actress and a dancer and a teacher and a singer and a mother, but not as much as I wanted to be a grandmother. See, I had Fritzy's mother, my Idy Pidy. Oh, look, I have her picture right here too. I don't know if you'll be able to see her. This is my grandma when she was a young girl, right here. Ida Pearl. Ida Pearl Feinberg, I believe, later Balin. Anyway, because remember, Bailey is named after her husband, my grandpa Harry Balin. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I wanted to be a grandma because I had like the best grandmas ever on the planet, ever. And I wanted to be like them. And then I saw Auntie Mame, and I wanted to be that kind of grandma. And then Max came into my life. Max came into my life about 10 years ago now. I love that kid. I was born to be a grandma. But as you know, I'm not Grandma Sandy. Can you see this? I'm Grandy Sandy. Yeah. So I'm a grandy and a mom. I love my babies. I love my grandbaby. I love being in the role of mom. I do. And the weird thing is, it kind of feels like now I'm in that role for my mom. Yeah, I think she looks at me that way. Sometimes I think she thinks I am her mom, but it's okay. I am happy to take care of her, make her comfortable and happy. It's all good. It's all good. Mothers are pretty cool, aren't they? I mean, they're our protectors. Yeah, they're our teachers, our first teachers, our protectors. Wow, I remember what my poor mother had to go through to teach me to tie my shoes. I'm still not that good at it. No, I'm kidding. I can do it now. But yeah, Do you remember when you were a little kid and you had to take baby aspirin when you were sick? Do you remember that? And I could not swallow a pill for anything. I mean, I think I was probably 40 before I was swallowing pills without doing what my mommy did for me, which was mashing them up between two spoons, mixing them with a teeny little bit of sugar, and then having me take it that way. I know I told you Fritzy was a nurse. So when we were sick, she knew just enough to worry and not enough to cure us. That's what I used to say. But she was fabulous at giving shots. So when we were kids and we had to have shots, we would go to the doctor's office. And the doctor we went to was a doctor that my mom had worked for before. So he used to let her give us our shots. She was so good at it. She never hurt us. She was awesome. Did I mention she was like this phenomenal good cook? And the joke in the family is no matter what she made like choices. You'd come to her house for a meal or it would be dinner time. And there were always like two or three things to choose from. I spent my life at a smorgasbord. Seriously, she could cook anything and she did. And she was great at it, except for one dish I hated. Just one out of all the things she made. There was only one thing I absolutely hated. And now I would give anything to have it. It was whitefish, which turns out my favorite fish in the whole world. But she made it with like stewed tomatoes. And I really didn't like stewed tomatoes when I was younger. Now it sounds delightful and I'd love to have some, but it's too late. She's not cooking anymore. Anyway, for those of you who don't have your mamas anymore, buying flowers, someone said yesterday, takes on a whole new feeling when you're buying them to put on a grave instead of hand to your mother in person. There's still a lot of love though, huh? So I want you to know that if you send me your vibes when I see Fritzy later today, I will love her up for all of you, for your mamas, and we'll pass that on. I got her some pajamas because that's what you get your mother for Mother's Day when she's 97 years old and she's always cold, right? Do you know how hard it is to find long sleeve, long pajamas that are soft and yummy when it's almost summertime? It's not easy, but I found a pair finally. I had to go to Nordstrom Rack. It was the only place that had them. But then I also got her a yummy soft throw to match because she gets really cold, and I thought that would be really good for her to cover up her lap. I'll give you the report tomorrow about Mother's Day with Fritzy today. That'll happen later. Mother's Day was started in 1914 by President Woodrow Wilson. He's the one who declared an official holiday of Mother's Day. Thank you, Woodrow Wilson. Happy Mother's Day, Ginny. Happy Mother's Day to all of my mother friends out there and to all my mother friends out there, all of you. It's just like this glorious day. Don't we kind of celebrate mothers all the time? Even if we don't say anything? Yeah, I think so. Okay, what else is it? It is International Migratory Bird Day. Okay, that's well, it brings up the did you ever notice that when birds are flying like in that V formation, there's always it's like never even? Do you know why? My daughter explained it to me. More birds on one side. Sorry, had to go there. I mean, we're talking about migratory birds, right? And they fly in that. Okay, it is also Lilac Sunday, which I thought was really interesting. Do you like lilacs? Because the smell just blows me away. It's actually Fritzy's favorite flower, or at least it used to be. I don't think she really cares about flowers very much anymore, as I've mentioned in the past. Because I keep bringing her flowers and she keeps telling me to take them back. She doesn't like them, which cracks me up. Anyway, Lilacs were always her favorite flower. And I remember when I was living in Illinois, we used to grow them around the house. Now I can barely find them. And when I do, they cost a fortune and they don't smell as good as they did when I was a kid. Lilacs. It's a beautiful smell. Yeah. Um, you know what else today is? It's Lost Sock Memorial Day. That is so a holiday we're celebrating, isn't it? I mean, come on, seriously. If you kept every sock that lost its partner, we would have socks morning all over the place. And I think I told you I was a little upset that I went into Fritzy's room and I was going to put warmer socks on her. And I went into her sock drawer. And not only was it a mess, which is not her fault because she doesn't even get up out of her wheelchair. So she doesn't go in there. Anyway, I probably found 15 socks that had no mates. Yeah. So socks who have lost their mates, my heart goes out to you. And what are you going to do with all those socks? Perhaps we should have one craft day of just making sock puppets. I kind of like this idea. I did that, by the way. Oh, that was so much fun. Lisa Stevens, if you're watching, I remember your baby shower, about 30 years ago, maybe. And we did that at the baby shower. I had a big long table set up on the patio filled with all kinds of crafty things, socks and little floweries and pipe cleaners and ribbons and needles and threads and buttons and bows and you name it. And everybody had 20 minutes to make a sock doll for the new baby. It was a baby shower, obviously. They were so cute. They were so cute. And it's like such an easy little craft to do and so much fun. Yeah, sock dolls. That's what it's going to be. In honor of Lost Sock Memorial Day, I want everybody to go out and make a sock doll today. Doesn't that sound like fun? It does to me. And it's also National Babysitter's Day. Is that so mom can finally go out and celebrate? Yeah. I like to tell new moms or moms to be rather. Oh, and I do know a mom to be, and I did give her this advice just the other day. So Michelle, if you're listening, once again, this is for you. I tell every new mother that for the month or month and a half before the delivery, they should spend as much time in the bathroom with the door closed as possible. Right. Forgive my French, but you must do this because for the rest of your life, you will never shit, shower, or shave alone again. Isn't it amazing how kids need you the minute you get into the bathroom or on the phone? Either one. Bathroom, phone, kids need you. That's part of the joy of being a mom. It is, truly. Oh, God, I love being a mom. Oh, I love my babies. And if you look around my room, you can't see everywhere in my room, but if you look around my room, you really can't look in any direction without seeing pictures of either my mother or my babies. Yeah, because guess what? Motherhood rocks. It really does. Happy birthday today to Billy Joel, who's the same age I am. But somehow he accomplished a lot more with his voice than I did. Happy birthday, Billy Joel. Isn't it cool to be our age? Because you know so much more than you used to know? Yeah. And what are you going to do with all that information? Have morning coffee, right? And share it. Okay, what else? Albert Finney. Albert Finney in Two for the Road with Audrey Hepburn. I hated him and I loved him both at the same time. He's a cutie. Mike Wallace, 60 Minutes. He was so awesome. I miss you, Mike Wallace. You really were terrific on that show. I loved listening to you. Oh, and Tommy Rowe. Do you remember? Not a name a lot of people know. Tommy Rowe, but you'll recognize his songs if you grew up when I did. He did Sweet Little Sheila, you'll know her when you see her. The blue eyes and a ponytail. Her lips are written in an energy. That little girl is fine. Do you remember that song? Sheila. And then there was Dizzy. I'm so dizzy, my head is spinning. Yeah, that was Tommy Rowe. He had, he had a few hits, but I really liked the hits he had. So happy birthday, Tommy Rowe. I don't know if he's still alive or not. I don't have dates written down. Sorry, can't help you with that. Oh, in 2020, we lost Little Richard. Now, there was a guy who knew how to deliver the message of a song. Ah! That's all he did, I think. I think he just screamed a lot, but I loved listening to him scream. And I think I shared with you that on a trip to New York with my husband and my two kids, when they were like, I guess they were probably 15 and 16. We were driving down a street in New York City, and walking along the street, there he is, Little Richard, just walking down the street. So naturally, my husband, big music fan, rolls down the window, pulls over, go, "Hey, Richard!" Anyway, I don't think he called him Little. I don't remember. Anyway, happy birthday. No, just remembering. Just remembering. It's not his birthday, it's his death day. Also, Vidal Sassoon. Now, I'm not going to tell you I knew him, but here's the coolest thing about him. He's gone, but his tagline, his branding was so good that I still remember his tagline, which was, "If you don't look good, we don't look good." And I used to use that in business because I thought that was a great line. Listen, guys, if we don't make the party look good for those people, we don't look good because we didn't do a good job. And that's true in anything you do. As a coach, when my people are successful, I look good because I got my job done. When my people keep their word and do what they say they're going to do and have success, I'm a great coach. Because when they don't look good, I don't look good. Yeah. So keep that in mind in anything you're doing. Anything you're doing. Thank you, Vidal Sassoon, or whoever made up that little slogan for you, because that branding is good. Mm. Did you see my mug this morning? Years ago, with 4 girlfriends who stayed at my house for the weekend, we did something called the Queen Course with Alison Armstrong. It was really fun. It was really good. Here's to you, Alison Armstrong. And I bought a mug like this for each of the girls who stayed with me and did the Queen Course, because we're queens of everything. True story. Oh, this was kind of cool. In 1960, that's going back a ways. It turns out that the US was the first country to legalize birth control pills. Boy, did that change the world, huh? Birth control pills? I guess so. And I remember in 1960, must have been 67 or 68, because I think I was a freshman in college at the time. There was a cartoon, I think, in the New Yorker. My maiden name was Schneider, and it was in a drugstore, and over the loudspeaker, the druggist was saying, "Oh, Miss Schneider, your birth control pills are ready." And back then it was still, "Shh, don't tell anybody you take birth control pills." So I remember that cartoon. Someone sent it to me. It was up on my wall for the longest time, and I still have that picture of it. "Oh, Miss Schneider, your birth control pills are ready," over the loudspeaker, because you don't want anybody to know. Now it's like, who isn't on birth control? Oh, I'm not. But then I don't need it anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know you do. Ooh. In 1980, the movie Friday the 13th came out with Jamie Lee Curtis, remember? It was like the scariest movie ever in the whole wide world. I don't know about you, but I am not into scary movies. I just don't like them. I don't like them. I go to watch a movie to be entertained, and that to me is not entertaining. It's just scary. However, there's always a however. In the late 50s, back in the day when you could still like my brother and I could like go to the movies by ourselves. I remember we'd each get a quarter, and that was enough to get into the movies and get popcorn. Seriously, for a quarter. Anyway, we would go see horror movies. They were our favorite movies to go see. Vincent Price, you remember? Horrors of the Black Museum. And I remember in the opening scene, it wasn't him because he stayed in the movie. He picked up, I think it was in that one, he picked up a pair of binoculars to look out the window, and bam, 2 nails came out of the binoculars and poked out his eyes. Yeah. And then there was The Fly and The Return of the Fly. Oh man, we just loved our scary movies. I don't like being scared. I don't even like when someone says boo. I do not like being scared. But some people do. If you do, happy you. Okay, what else? Real quickly. The word art for today. It's about Mother's Day. Yeah, of course it is. She's the one who taught me to tie my shoes. She's the one who taught me to talk. She's the one who taught me to use a toilet. And do you know how often that comes in handy? Of course, I would do anything for my mother. Look what she did for me. Go honor your mother today, whether it's in person or just in your heart and in your thoughts. If you didn't get birthed, you wouldn't be listening right now. You're here, and you can thank a mother for that. No matter what else you got going on, you got the gift of life. Say thank you for that. Okay, my friends, I'm out of here. I'm going to play tennis, and I'm going to have like this amazing Mother's Day. I know I am. You know why? Because I said so. A sip and a smile from the Queen. See you tomorrow. New week. See ya. Bye-bye.